I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More.
You
No.
Podcast.
Today I want to discuss Brendon Burchard's 6 Practices of Integrity and 9 Virtues of Greatness discussed in his book Motivation Manifesto. If you want to craft a life of significance, your integrity and virtues must be in order. And Brendon has established clear guidelines for increasing the level of integrity in your life as well as establishing virtues of greatness. And I now want to go through these starting with his practices of integrity. The first practice of integrity is to think before we act. You should never make a major decision or action without considering the major categories in your life, which are your personal well-being, your relationships, and your social responsibilities. The second practice of integrity is to never commit to anything where we lack passion. It's important to stop saying yes to everything, and this is because many failures in your life occur because you go about these pursuits with half-heartedness. So if you're unable to be 100% present and perform at the highest level due to the passion that you have for the pursuit, don't get involved with it. Then the third practice of integrity is to keep our word. Keeping your word is self-explanatory, and you should do so to remain true, noble, and trustworthy. Then the fourth practice of integrity is to always treat others with respect. And giving respect means to do no harm, as well as allowing others their rights in expressing themselves, and also honoring the fact that their own thoughts, feelings, and actions are real and justifiable in their own minds. Meaning that if we see them as unimportant or wrong, we don't have to approve, but there's no reason not to respect them. Then the fifth practice of integrity is to tell the truth. Ultimately, you're wounding yourself by lying to yourself or others. And Brendon shares a saying that really sums this all up, which is, "The man who lies today is haunted tomorrow, doomed until the specter of his very own lie appears in front of all." Then the sixth practice of integrity is to always favor action. When our mind wants something for good and meaningful reasons and we don't pursue it, it's like we're dismissing our own selves. It's vital to understand that integrity is found in taking action that supports our genuine desires and values. And now that I've gone through the 6 practices of integrity, I now want to go through Brendon's 9 virtues of greatness. The first is to demand honesty. You must be uncompromising regarding truth, and must inspire others to do the same. Also, you should demand responsibility. Too many people avoid responsibility because it's easy. But one of our jobs in life is to activate and encourage a more responsible nature in those we encounter, including ourselves. You should be kind and understanding both with others and yourself, but be direct and passionate about working towards improvement as we go ahead. You should also demand intelligence. We must not celebrate ignorance and laziness, as well as things that lack substance. The next virtue of greatness is to demand excellence. If you're truly striving for greatness, and to craft a life of significance through that greatness, everything you do must be done well and to completion, and you must strive for the highest levels of work and achievement in everything you do. From there, the next virtue is to demand courage. At the end of the day, the world's fate lies with the number of people dedicated to courageous action. We must defeat our own fears and instill the same strength into those we care for and serve. We must motivate people to not just talk, but act. The following virtue is to demand respect from others. And what this really means is that we must show respect to everyone, because you can't receive respect without showing respect in the first place. So no matter who they are, unless they're directly disrespecting you, and even if they are directly disrespecting you, if it's not something that's the end of the world, show them respect and try to be empathetic. The next virtue is to demand vigilance. And what this means is that there's a healthy level of paranoia, and you should be focused on the things that matter and being honest about progress towards those things. After that, the next virtue is to demand service. Service is the intent to do good and do well for others, as well as to be genuine and provide assistance in time of need. And the final virtue of greatness is to demand unity. We must focus on tolerance, bonding, and community, as well as inspire others to do so. It's important to remind others that we're all in this together. These 6 practices of integrity and 9 virtues of greatness are what forge a remarkable people, and by implementing them in your life, you'll make a tremendous impact in the world that crafts a life of significance.
I'm just trying to make it all make sense.
The
More.
You
No.
Podcast.